Shalom, shalom, giving all honor and glory to Abba Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Amashiach, Barakatai, the Howard for our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Yaikwat, right? The Howard for the Rakakwadash, once again, the men of David that's in the streets and the highways and the byways doing this work in sincerity and in truth, presenting their bodies, their tabernacle, living sacrifice, holy and acceptable unto our Yahweh. By Hashem, Yahweh Shah, Masha Barakatah, the men of David, the 144,000, the elect men and women, the Yahweh, the children of Yahshua, Shalom Barakatah, another meat servants. And you see the destruction here in the daughter of Babylon. You see in the fourth world country. You see in USA, the fourth world country. You see the collapse of the daughter of Babylon. And you see the Most High have took this whore out of her throne. He say, sit on the ground, right? O daughter of Babylon, virgin daughter. See? You see America no longer tender and delicate. So you see the Most High took her off the throne. She not in rulership no more. You see? Sit on the ground, the Most High say. Right? He told America to sit your ass down on the ground. And you see in the curses coming upon these Edomites. They're complaining of an ungodly father. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm hearing. My ears is hearing. You seeing? They complain. They got complaints. You have Esau going against Esau, Mark 3:25. They complaining. These are called complaints because America is not being nice to them. They're having economic woes. You see? So that's their concern. Okay, so when you say the Bible not real, where the Bible talk about economic woes for these Edomites, he talk about the end of Esau kingdom, the end of an age, the end of an empire. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow it. So these Edomites, these middle class, and these poor Edomites, they've been cut out the deal, right? They're not thriving in their kingdom. This is their empire. This is their heaven, their rulership. This is their portion. Okay, and they're complaining now. You see, it's not looking good. They're kind of starting to sound like how we sound. You see, so the tables have turned, and this is just the beginning of sorrows. This is just the beginning, Esau. This is just the beginning. These are the beginning of sorrow. You see, this was going on, Yasharala. And 2/3 of you Israelites who don't repent and serve Abba Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, you're going to continue to get the curses, and it's going to intensify and increase. If you Israelites don't repent and turn to Abba Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai and reverse the curse, it's going to intensify here because you're going to be dealing with Jacob's trouble, right? Jeremiah 30:7. So that's what's going on. Let's watch this little clip. Bring out some precepts. I ain't going to be long. I just want to bring out a few precepts. So I'll be Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai can, and their sin be justified in their sins. And for edification and exaltation for the nation, the elect of Yasharallah, right? So let's check it out, Yasharallah. Bring out some precepts and just close out. Let's check it out.
People can't see in at night. But yeah, I'm in California. If you have any tips, please leave them in the comments. I'm an American. I pay $1,600 for a flat.
So Esau says she's an American. That's going to be the title. I'm an American. You see, these Egyptians who also are Americans, they catching hell. Esau catching hell. Let's continue.
That has no bedroom. That's 2/3 of my income. I'm an American. I work 50 hours a week. I don't have health insurance. I'm an American. I couldn't afford to have a child even if I wanted to. I'm $7,000 in debt. I'm an American. My health is declining because I can't afford Whole Foods because that's too expensive for my life. I am very overqualified for my job, but no one else is hiring. I'm an American. I make my boss hundred.
And that's another thing. She's making, she says she's overqualified, but she's not making enough money or something to that effect. But nonetheless, she said no one is hiring. All right. So there won't be no more work in Egypt. Right. That's another precept right there. There shall be no work for Egypt. I think that's in the book of Isaiah 19. Okay. So that this is all happening. These are the curses that Abba Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is bringing on these heathens. Let's check this out. Let's bring out some precepts right quick. Let's go to the book of Deuteronomy chapter 30 and verse 7, I believe. Let's go to Deuteronomy 30, chapter 30 and verse 7. The Most High say, and the Elohim, thy Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, will put all these curses upon thy enemies. Esau is the main enemy. He's your natural enemy. Right? And the Elohim, thy Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, will put all these curses upon thy enemies. They're not your friends, Israel. You're still worrying about if the so-called white man can get salvation or not. Still worrying about your enemies. And on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. You see? That's what's going on. And the Most High also say, there shall no be no work in Egypt. That's why these Edomites can't find no damn job in Egypt. That's what's going on, Yashabali. I hope you seeing all this. Is you getting it, or you still struggling to understand? The Most High said in Isaiah 19 and 15, neither shall there be any work in America for America. Let's read that right. Because America is Egypt. Egypt is mean house of bondage, right? When you read Exodus chapter 20 and verse 2, this is the house of bondage for the Israelites. Slavery and captivity. This is a prison house, right? Isaiah 42 and 22. Let's read this again, Isaiah 19 and 15. Neither shall there be any work for Egypt, and that equivalents to USA, which the head or tail, you see, the head or tail, branch or rush may do. There's nothing she can do about it. In that day shall America be like unto a woman, you see. That's what's going on, man. Through the precepts, it's these precepts, and it shall be afraid and fear. This Edomite woman, she in fear. They in fear right now. They don't know what the hell to do. And this is just the beginning of sorrows. The movie didn't even get good yet. Because of the shaking of the hand of the Elohim of hosts, will he shake it over it? So the Most High is shaking America. He's shaking it up. Right? That's why they're catching hell, Israel. As you understand, the Most High said he will put these curses on our enemies. Right? On our enemies. Right? Let's go back to the clip, man. Let's go back to that clip.
Hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars, while I can barely keep myself alive. I'm an American. I have never been out of the States. I have never been on a vacation. I'm an American. I make $20-some an hour.
So she never been out of the state. She never been on vacation. She's not enjoying her heaven. This is the portion of Esau. Amalek have cut them out the deal, the chief house of Edom. Right? So she's been cut out. And America is being brought low. It's not the big kid on the block any longer. See? There's no more wisdom in teaming. Jeremiah 49 and 7. Obadiah 1 and 8. There's no more wisdom in teaming, Israel. The Most High have lifted up Esau's skirt and made him bare. You see? You can't hide yourself no more. All your shame is out. Right? America's buried in thick clay. I bought ya. In the book of Habakkuk 2 and 6, she in depth. This place is through. And Esau through. That's why she complaining. She's not happy. She's not a happy camper. She never had a vacation yet. You see? And she's an American. And she's not happy.
Livable wage here is like 30 some. Yet I don't qualify for government assistance whatsoever. On the days I don't work, I'm so tired I just sleep all day. I'm an American. My electric bill is so expensive I sit outside in the heat because I can't afford to turn the AC on in the damn house. I'm an American, and I fear I'm just an average American. I'm living the American dream. The extraordinarily wealthy in this country, I don't think have ever experienced being at a counter at the grocery store trying to figure out, can the $40 I have left in my checking account until Friday get me this gallon of milk for my kid, fill my gas tank to get to work, and give my kid lunch money, because you don't want them to feel the pain, and get the gallon of milk and the bread and the deli meat? Can it do all of that? Because the $40 really can't. And you as the parent know that. And yet...
And 40, showing you that America's buried in thick clay. I bought you, because $40 can't even buy deli meat and a loaf of bread and gas and some milk. When we know 40 years ago, $40 could have bought you 2 whole chickens, a pack of ground beef, 2 loaf of bread, you see? And $10 a gas would have got her past half a tank. You see? That's what's going on. Showing you that this money, the inflation, Israel. Showing you the inflation of U.S. currency. Right? The fiat is fiat currency. It's nothing. It ain't backed by anything. So now this Edomite, she can't even buy a loaf of bread, get gas, some deli slices, and some milk. She's saying she ain't gonna be able to do it till Friday. Showing you that people living from paycheck to paycheck. She's saying this till Friday till she re-up again. See? Fourth world country. The Most High is shaking Egypt. He got his hand over, we just read that. So the Most High is shaking this place up. America is done. Right? And they complain. These are, once again, complaints. They're complaining of an ungodly father, right? Okay. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow it. Right? Let's get that in the book of Sirach 41 and 5. It say, the children of sinners are an abominable children, you see? And they that are conversant in the dwelling of the ungodly, you see? The inheritance of sinners, children shall perish, and their posterity shall have a perpetual reproach. The Most High say the children will complain of an ungodly father. So like starting with these Rothschild, Rockefellers, Gettys, the DuPont, the chief house. Amalek, the chief of Edom. They complaining now. Woe be unto you, ungodly men, which have forsaken. So that's it on that. So they complain of an ungodly father, and we know that Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that following. So you're seeing this country at the end. Esau rulership, his heaven, his dominion, his throne, his authority is at the end, his scepter. You see, that's what's happened. You're a witness to the curses coming on our enemies. And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. For Esau is the end of the world, you see, the end of an age, the end of an empire, the end of an eon. And Jacob is the beginning of it that followed, and that's what you are witnessing, right? You witnessing Israel. I'm not gonna. That might be it. Giving all honor and glory to Abba Yahweh, Shemel, Shabbat, Shalom, Shalom, Shalom.
A lot of these people will think you're lazy. We'll just work harder. And these people are already maxed out. They already have a master's degree. They have more education than those other people who say, we'll just work harder.
Y'all, I just saw something that